Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You'll notice this episode ends abruptly. That's because we started to jump on a new topic, and I just decided to make that another episode, which I'll actually release later this week. Enjoy.
Shit, what's this podcast called?
Discourse of Human Events.
The discourse is just crazy.
Everything's okay, I'm just trying to act my age. Yeah, I wanna know where the hell the days go. Yeah, I wanna know where the hell the days go. I wanna look and feel years younger, baby. I wanna look and feel years.
Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3, dildos!
So how do we get to 3,000? That's what everyone says you need to get advertisements.
3,000?
Yeah, 3,000 a month. Which means technically we're at like 200 a month because we release normally like 2 to 3 episodes
Let's see.
a month, maybe 4. So we need to get to 3,000 episodes.
I still want to say we do a live event.
I think live events would help a lot. So creating a YouTube,
Yeah,
that would help a lot.
YouTube, and you just stream during a live event that's like...
But then we
popular.
need to get a program that will like project things that we want to throw up on the screen. Does that make sense? Like if somebody's
yeah.
watching it, we need to project something onto the screen. We want something that everybody can see then.
I'm sure we could figure out how to
But
just
think about it. The
stream our
stupid
screen.
CSGO thing you open in chest will get lots of views.
The what?
On the Steam. CSGO.
On Steam, are we doing Twitch?
You can
Counter-Strike?
buy... Yeah.
No, there's too much competition on Twitch.
Yeah,
Other people.
Like, I'm making an example.
Are you saying
Okay.
YouTube
Like,
doesn't
some
have competition?
No. I'm
No, but
saying
not
like
live
some
events.
stupid video can have crazy high count because they are mildly relevant to some really popular event.
Yeah, that's what... So I'm saying we need to find a niche that is not so popular that there are a ton of live streamers.
Necrophilia.com, man.
Nah.
That's our only niche.
So, like, UFC
We
fight,
might
there's going
lost
to be
our
way
jobs.
too many fucking people. Or,
Yeah.
like, video
Well-
games, way too many people.
I think you'd be surprised about UFC how many people would be live streaming that. It's not going to be as many as you think compared to
I
other
know.
events.
How to build a compiler. You're gonna
Like
get so many views.
A really good UFC event gets like 1 million views, maybe 2 or 3. I don't even think 3. Like 1 to 2 million views.
Maybe we just do one UFC. But so we can't stream the actual video stream. We'll just describe what's
No,
going on
you
while we
can't,
both
yeah.
watch.
Basically, do yeah. Actually, that'd be fun.
It's like sport news commentator thingies.
The
but-
problem is,
But the
how
thing
would
is,
you
the
do that?
one problem is I don't know shit about UFC.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know either.
The biggest problem
And-
is how would we even do that? If you're in California, you'd be watching it at we'd have to coordinate the time.
No, dude, it's live, so
yeah,
it's
but
at the
I'd
same
be
time.
watching it at 7 and
I'm not
9.
3 hours in the actual past.
No,
Okay.
I'm saying I'd be watching it so
watching
late,
7 and you'd be at
be
work.
watching it so exactly. You'd be
Oh.
watching it at like 6 or 7. You'd just be getting off of work possibly. It's more.
Did they air at 10 EST?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's like
that
6
won't
or
be very
7.
live. It's just late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
That's
you
like
can't.
the
No,
one
it
that-
needs to be live to get good hits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
definitely. I'd be down for a
Oh,
UFC
I have
live
an
stream.
idea.
That'd be fun.
You holding up on the Sky News to see any major event happen, say like terrorist attack, and then just do this.
And don't underestimate.
It's not a bad idea. I think that actually would hit our core demographic, which
What
is
was it?
slightly unhinged crazy people.
Unhinged.
So,
Yes.
when a terrorist strike occurs
Yeah,
in a
like
good time zone for us,
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
we're just gonna live stream
Terrible.
and like just talk about
You
it
sunk into the new
in a horrible way.
Oh my god. I honestly think UFC would be fun though because I know a little bit about it, Which gives you the opportunity to be the amateur asking questions about it, though. That always actually creates a good dynamic. Because there's a podcast I listened to where somebody who knew nothing about jiu-jitsu was asking about that stuff. Like, what does this mean? Like, what is this person doing? So it actually is kind of interesting. I actually enjoyed that because I was new to jiu-jitsu, so it was an interesting podcast to hear that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so that's a good idea. You got to keep an eye out for a time where we could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're almost always
prep.
on like Saturdays or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yesterday, I just watched my first baseball game. It's a LA
God, they're
Giants
so boring.
versus the San Francisco LA Dodgers and San Francisco.
That
Giants.
actually would be fun
I almost
to
fall asleep.
do something like that we're not actually interested in, like a baseball game or a football game or a basketball game. I think
What's
that would be
like-
funny.
What's really fringe? I want to do something fringe.
French?
The show Fringe.
No, something like what? Yeah, something like a furry convention
Oh, what?
or a furry convention.
How are we going to do that live?
No, that's what I'm saying. Just like
You watch a video? and then
something
you
like
comment on
that.
it?
No, it's got to be during the thing though.
Oh.
So I want it where it's basically very weird people.
What's
So
a
you can
live?
just laugh at how crazy they are.
We're going to take a live event that's already fringe and add our fringeness onto its.
Yeah, that's my goal.
I gotcha.
Shit.
A jiu-jitsu tournament would be pretty damn fringe. If it's like an EBI, where it's actually like an event that they hold live. So picture UFC has like 1 million people. Then within that, on UFC Fight Pass, they have something called EBI, which is Eddie Bravo Invitational, which is a strict jiu-jitsu tournament. That would be pretty damn fringe.
Yeah, that might work. But dude, what about the chemtrails?
What was that?
That's so
So I
funny
saw
you
that
said
Eddie Bravo
okay.
Bravo guy on the Joe Rogan Experience when he had Alex Jones on, and they're both conspiracy nuts. And that dude was obsessed with chemtrails.
I didn't realize you were actually making an Eddie Bravo reference. I did not think you'd know who
Yeah.
it is. I was like,
Only comes from that Alex Jones Joe Rogan Experience episode.
that was a great podcast, though.
Do you know what chemtrails are, Chloe?
No, I don't.
Oh, listen, this is great. So,
Like, man.
their conspiracy theorists think. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get the conspiracy exactly right, but I'll get the gist of it.
Go ahead. I'll correct you where you're wrong, because I've heard it many times
So-
on Joe Rogan.
When you see airplanes fly by and you see they leave that little trail of vapor, right?
Like basically clouds that they create.
Yeah.
Yes.
They believe that it's some sort of poisonous thing, and the government is either planning it, and they're trying to poison the people, or that it's just they're not doing anything about it. I don't know. It's just
No, you got
there's
it
something of people about those goddamn trails. It's not just vapor.
The former is what they think. They think it's the government, like, poisoning the population in the air.
Okay.
The
All
biggest,
intentional.
the greatest and easiest way to debunk that is the people of the government who are doing that would also breathe in that air then.
Exactly.
That's
I mean,
the
sometimes
easiest
you
way to
gotta
debunk
ask, like,
that one.
what's the purpose of the thing? If you couldn't find the purpose, probably not happening.
Joe Rogan calls it the training wheels of conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to
It's
jump
just
on
ridiculous.
to.
Oh, I got an idea for a live stream.
What?
Or maybe
Porn.
a semi-live stream. What? Oh, you get views.
Just take a webcam girl and live streamer and commentate.
No, but didn't you? So there are people that follow Joe Rogan's
Are you saying
Experience, their podcast, right?
We commentate on the Joe Rogan Experience?
No. I said we go even lower. So there are people that follow that, right? Like, right after that, there's a group that does a podcast that Joe Rogan does.
Yeah.
And then, isn't there some comedians that have one that follow it?
What do you mean?
I thought you were saying the one dudes that had the 1 minute stand-up.
Yeah, what about them?
Do they do a podcast, like, right after that? That's just like a follow-up to Joe Rogan?
No, they're just a part of, like, his crew, basically. Like, they all hang out, so they have all their separate podcasts.
Oh.
Okay, in that case, I think we do a commentary on Joe Rogan or something.
That'd be interesting.
I thought they already had one that was kind of like that, and we would just follow it. Or maybe I'm thinking of a different podcast where people do that.
That's kind of the...
Howard Stern does that, right? Isn't there one that follows Howard Stern?
Howard Stern does that,
That's where I got that.
Howard Stern does the... What is it called? It's basically a follow-up show. So they, like, talk about what they just talked about on the show.
Alright, here's my...
That's actually not a bad idea.
Wait. Here's my even better idea. So we'll do this once a month, okay?
Yeah.
And it'll be called the Riding the Coattails episode. Alright? And we'll do one that's the follow-up to Howard Stern's follow-up. So we'll both listen to it.
I don't listen to Howard Stern, plus that's SiriusXM. That costs money to even follow up.
No, but we'll do it after, like, they upload it to the internet. And we'll listen to that and the follow-up.
Howard Stern...
Either way. We just, or Joe Rogan's, or we pick popular podcasts. It doesn't have to be Joe Rogan's every time.
No.
So we just try to, ride on other people's coattails. I like it. I love this idea.
Love the idea.
I want to do this. We're doing this.
I'm in for this.
Have fun,
Count
guys.
me in. But that does mean we have to listen to the episode beforehand.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
There's a little bit of homework we got to do now.
Yeah, but we can pick good ones that we'd want to listen to anyways.
I actually kind of like where the discourse is going, because we're kind of doing, like, multiple series. So we got, like, our D&D series, our normal just talk series, we got our where we play a game series, we got where we just do some kind of an event, like, let's all come up with this.
You're forgetting one.
What?
Our necrophilia series.
Oh, that's the part where we just randomly talk, because naturally it just goes that way.
And all roads lead to fucking dead corpses.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? So I was re-uploading the old episodes. I think it was episode 10 or 11 I was listening to, and we mentioned necrophilia. I was like, motherfucker, we have been doing necrophilia since the beginning. Like, this isn't even a new thing.
Troubled relationship.
It's just it's in the zeitgeist of the discourse of human events.
You can't get away from it.
We can't
avoid it.
Oh, by the way,
feels good to me.
The thing that Corey posted on my timeline, you didn't since you don't Facebook at all. It's a glass vibrator urn, and it has your loved one's ashes put inside of it.
Oh my god.
Oh Jesus.
And then under it, though, it has a picture of Rick and Morty in that episode, and it says, well, that just sounds like necrophilia with extra steps.
Jesus.
Perfect. It's perfect that Corey was the one to post that on my Facebook wall.
That's who I would have expected, I guess.
Yeah.
He is our expert for a reason. And then, alright, I have yet another...
idea?
Yeah. I like how this episode is like the logistics of Discourse of Human Events for the future. So if anybody has any ideas or suggestions, email Zach, Z-A-C-H, at discourseofhumanevents.com. Continue.
Let me find this guy. So, I think I've talked about this guy that I watch on YouTube a lot before. That's like a super nerd.
Uh-huh.
Here it is. So, he's recommending a RPG that's really interesting. So, like D&D.
Why would we change what RPG we're using in the middle?
No. This is not D&D exactly. You've got to watch this. It's a half hour, so not right now.
Well, what is your point of me watching this? Just because it's funny?
No, it just sounds really interesting, and I think this would be a
that's
good idea for a podcast for doing this. Yeah, Lindy Beige. So it takes the like D&D role-playing game, and so instead of having all the rolling and all that bullshit, it's a drama system is really what it's supposed to be.
What's the name of the game or whatever they play?
Hilltop.
Hilltop? Okay. I thought it might be Fresco, which is the same idea.
No, he's recommending Hilltop in this video, which is... so they give you, like, a scenario, and you diagram out, like, the relationships between characters, what their motivations are.
Dude, this is open source Fresco. That's all this is. This is Zach from the future. What I meant to say was Fiasco, not Fresco. Fresco is a board game about paintings. I may or may not have been under the influence of drugs while saying Fresco a million times. Anyways, back to the podcast.
Basically a lot more role-playing. Like, the team will come up with every motivation. Like, no one rolls. You do have, I think he said, chips, where you, like, spend, like, I want to be so you have one, like, I might succeed, I probably won't succeed, or I will definitely succeed chip, and then you pass around these chips. But other than that, it seems like almost all of it was...
That's very Fresco. You have dice that you roll at the beginning, and you hand them to people when you're doing things differently.
It does actually sound pretty similar, then.
Yeah, it's
well,
definitely...
anyways, it sounded like a good podcast.
A reworked Fresco.
So I thought we could do this one as an RPG when Harry can't make it because he's not the most reliable.
I like that idea though. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
The more different stuff we do on the Discourse, I'm okay with. Especially when we do different series. I like playing games too, so I've gotten a couple games that are coming in that we can try out.
Well, I don't think the one we did work that well. I thought it worked okay.
The Super Fight had its issues just because it's better being able to choose your own stuff with your own hand.
Yeah, like a lot of those, it was like, well, obviously so-and-so wins. That's just stupid.
Yeah, I think that was partly my fault, though, because I could have made them more evenly matched, but I didn't want to mess with it too much the first time. That makes sense.
Yeah. But I also just like a random-ass episodes.
Huh?
No, go ahead.
Oh, so the ones I have coming in, one is called Fun Employed, which is basically you do like an interview, but you have these character traits. So like the person being interviewed, you might be like a drunk, I don't know, superhero or something. So you have to be interviewed as that person.
All right, that actually doesn't sound too bad.
That sounds too bad.
And then there's
Nick. In order to perform this task correctly, I think tomorrow I'm just gonna find a corner in San Francisco where they shoot up heroin, and next time I can be the heroin addict.
We actually could do.
It won't take much practicing for me on this drunk part. The superhero part I might have to stretch.
That was just a random example, but I mean, you get the idea of what that is.
I know, I got what you're saying.
And then there's like a millionaire one where it's like kind of that whole idea of what would you do, like, you're a millionaire, but, I don't know, it's something like you poop your pants every time you see a female. I don't know.
Is that really one you just came up with?
That's a poor example. That's a very poor example. But that's basically what the game is you have $1 million, but you have to deal with this issue.
So you can pick up chicks, except you're pooping in your pants. So you basically have to pick up, like, the 2 girls, 1 cup girls.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, baby, it's alright, you're going to do it anyways.
Yeah, that's kind of the point of the game, is, like, you get, like, 3 options, and you have to pick which one you would choose to have $1 million with. Like, I'd take $1 million, but I'd have this side effect.
And then you'd have to explain why.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Which is the funnier part of is why. I'm trying to look. I'm looking it up right now. Oh, it doesn't even give an example.
Man, this sounds like some trade-off I wouldn't want to trade it just for $1 million. Imagine like you're in a life-changing event and you pooped your pants.
Oh, you picked the one that you absolutely wouldn't do.
Oh.
Oh, no, that doesn't sound as fun. I want to do the one you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you can change that one rule. What would you do for $1 million? I'm looking it up right now because I want to see an example that they actually have. Any other ideas for podcasts? Like what kind of shows we could do? Since that's apparently what this episode's about.
Yeah.
Discourse Logistics.
Do you have any ideas, Chloe?
Have you guys heard of a Russian game called Blue Whale?
Blue Whale?
Yeah. It's basically you go into some sort of chat room and then say like Blue Whale chat room and then they
That's a
list
chat room?
bunch of
Blue
things.
Whale?
No, it's a game.
Okay.
I think it was really popular in Russia or something.
Okay.
And they list of things that are very sort of emo kind of things that you do. Say like cut yourself, and jump into the sub-zero weather water, like, and then eventually something like to kill yourself or some shit like that. But it was popular in Russia.
I'm not sure what the game is.
Yeah, I'm lost. All I know is they're Blue Whale and kill yourself. Sounds like the worst game ever.
But that's literally
Blue Whale
that
game. Chilling challenge.
See how many people have died it?
Have died. Is it happening in UK? Is a twisted challenge that aims to goad vulnerable youngsters into taking their own lives.
It's really messed up.
The Blue Whale has already been linked to some 130 deaths in Russia.
What? Not suicides, just deaths.
They're assigned daily
most of them
tasks
must
by a
be
group
suicide.
administrator, which they have 50 days to complete. They can include something trivial, watching a horror movie, waking up in the early hours, to the downright horrifying.
I'm so confused. It might be because I'm drunk. What are we talking about?
No,
Blue
it
Whale?
doesn't make any sense.
I'm
It's
so lost.
Just
As the tasks become more extreme...
remember in the South Park episode that the one emo girl is closing the door like, "Shut up, Mama, suicidal." That's exactly like this game was catering to.
I'm honestly
Am
not...
I as confused as you are?
Yeah!
Okay.
Link to possible... those stenosis, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you challenge a person to do a certain... So it's basically like Truth or Dare on social media.
Yeah, but it's very extreme.
But you go to the point where you basically dare them to fucking kill themselves or something like that. That's basically what I'm getting, okay?
Okay.
That is...
sounds
You
like
described
a
it in
shitty
the worst way humanly possible, but I can't blame you because almost every website I went to other than Wikipedia did the same thing. Where it was like, what? That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Where's the
You're
blue whale and killing
sensationalizing
yourself?
this.
I'm still confused of why a blue whale and killing yourself is it. Well, I get...
They
so
said
the
blue
blue
whale
whale
because blue
sometimes
whales
has-
beach themselves to sometimes kill themselves.
I get it.
So it all makes sense if you go to Wikipedia where people write not sensationally.
Alright,
Yeah.
so the game's called $1 Million But. And here's an example. $1 million, but anytime you hear a phone ring, the person to your right gives you a rectal exam. Would you do that for $1 million? I would, because I just turn my phone on vibrate. Bam.
Yeah, there you go.
Bam, motherfuckers. Got $1 million. Ain't getting no rectal exams. Unless I restart my phone.
Whoa. After 35, you might want to let it ring every now and then.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a free exam.
Good point,
Otherwise,
actually.
you just go and you sit next to a doctor.
You somehow turn that into a positive. I'm very
I told you, the
confused.
person who's next to you is a doctor. You might just get someone stuck the finger in your butthole while not doing anything.
Nah.
Well, you
like
enjoyed it?
I'll just ask him, did you feel anything weird?
Hey, one of the examples actually talks about pooping your pants. I knew it. I knew that had to be one. $1 million, but every time you see a store having a sale, you poop your pants.
And then it has in parentheses, just a little bit.
Every store has a sale all the time.
Like Black
Yeah,
Friday,
exactly.
It'll be so bad.
But
You can wear diapers, though.
so many
But still,
stores
like-
now, they always have a sale going on, even if it's that the sale is their normal prices. Like, that's so many
Yeah.
stores now.
Talking about Kohl's.
So, are you saying you wouldn't do that?
I would never do that one. Just because of the amount of stores that have a sale.
So, what does that say about the people that have incontinence issues?
What?
Like, people that actually kind of can't control their bowel movements. There are
That
people
means it
with...
sucks.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if they already have the symptom, they wouldn't be like, "Oh, just take $1 million." It's like already happening to me.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, that makes it seem like that's a horrible condition if you're like, $1 million, no. Not even on special occasions.
Wait,
Yeah.
the only way this works is if it means, like, you have to see the sale. Like, not just when it occurs, because obviously you'd be pooping.
Yeah. You have to see
So you
that.
have to see the sale. And then it goes into, do you include online sales or in-store sales, like brick and
Hey,
mortar?
if you just close your eyes, does it count like you're not seeing it? You just know it.
So you think being blind is better than just pooping your pants when
No,
you
like
see a
it's
sale?
Cover your
That's
eyes.
actually a good
Yeah, I know,
question.
but
When you go shopping.
Would you rather
Yeah.
be blind or poop your pants every time you see a store sale?
I'd go with poop my pants.
What does that say about how much it must suck to be blind? You'd rather poop your pants a little
You
bit
got it.
every time you
it's
see a
true.
sale.
Pretty bad.
Yeah. think
I
would
like
go with
seeing
that, too.
things.
Yeah, I think I would go with pooping my pants a little bit. You know what? I'd just be accustomed to wearing a diaper every now and then. What if you pooped your pants a lot? Like it was a full-on poop.
I don't think you can go that long. I mean, you die after a while of like dehydration.
No, I'm just saying. So, like the first time you see a sale, you're gonna do your full poop. It's not like you can.
So you don't
eating.
even have time to go to a bathroom. It's coming out.
Yeah, it's a coming. It's like it could sneak up on you. You're just walking downtown, and all of a sudden.
So I'm going to refer back. I'm going to refer back to one of the previous episodes, one of the very few original ones, or whatever.
OG
the one where
episode?
Cody was talking about putting a tube up your butt.
Which one?
I don't know. This is one episode that I always
That's
loved
why we solved
because
the world's energy crisis. I
yeah,
think, or something like that.
Cody. So they were like, let's imagine the apocalypse, and for some reason, Cody went immediately to. Yeah, and people are shoving tubes up their butt and just pooping into that. They don't go to the bathroom anymore. Like, obviously, that's a logical conclusion of the apocalypse.
That's not what happened. That might have been like a later episode. The reason this came up is we were trying to come up with a better way to get rid of poop. Like, my idea was you take a pill and it just dissolves all your poop. His idea was you put basically a vacuum cleaner up your ass and it cleans out all of the poop.
But you know what? In this case, Cody might be right. I think that's a technology that is here and now. You just have to carry a vacuum around with you if you happen to poop your pants every time you see a sale.
Instead of a diaper, you just constantly have a vacuum cleaner up your butt, and you're just walking around with a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
This sounds so bad. That you guys...
It might be more than $1 million though, because you need to.
Or you
like,
could be blind.
I feel like you need to pay somebody to carry around the vacuum for you.
Yeah, $1 million. I mean, it goes a long way. Don't get me wrong, but not as much as you would think it could nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, then again, like, let's say the average salary in America is what, like maybe 30,000, 40?
40.
About 40.
How long would that last if you paid somebody, say, $25,000 to follow you around? Like 4 years to 100,000? Yeah, I guess that would add up pretty quickly.
Yeah, you wouldn't have that much after a decade.
Yeah,
That's $250,000.
but if you had $1 million, you'd invest like half of it to
Yeah,
grow on
I mean, you could keep it going, but Still, where do you find a guy that'll follow you around with a vacuum up your butt for $25,000?
If all he has to do is hold a vacuum cleaner, like, you'll probably find
to your butt.
No, he doesn't have to hold the tube in there. You stick the tube up your butt. He doesn't have to hold it there for you. Come on, get your clinch game on.
Well, does he have to clean the vacuum?
Get your clinch game.
I think you.
Somebody's got to empty that thing.
I think you figure out a way to, have a bag that you just toss out. You don't have to clean it every time. There's wet vacs,
God.
There's, vacuums that are designed to clean up wet stuff. So you just use one of those and just put a bag in it. See, all you have to do is, close up the bag and throw it out. Dude, people have dogs and they clean up after their poop.
You got me there. That's
actually
true.
a job. There's walking dogs and cleaning their poop.
Yes. I think dogs are mostly likely not having diarrhea. At least I hope.
Well, we didn't say you had to have diarrhea. You're just pooping when you see a sail.
I guess.
I still think we all are really avoiding being blind. That's all I learned from this. Is that's how much
being blind sucks. If I pooped when I see a sail, I would just avoid sails. So there's a workaround a little bit. Just don't go to a goddamn store.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do to fix not seeing anything?
Yeah.
I'll just feel really hard. No, that doesn't work.
I'll get a stick and knock things around so I know where I'm going. Man, that must really suck.
But they don't know that it really sucks because most of them have never seen shit.
I think they do, though. I think they know how inconvenienced they are. You know what I mean?
It's hard to imagine, not being able to see and then somebody describing to you what it's like.
But
I know it's there, even though I'm not up next to it.
I get
it's
that.
Very far away.
But you're talking about somebody being born blind. There are people who go blind.
There are. That's true.
So,
but they at least had a good number of years where they had sight. Yeah. And I think that usually happens when you're older.
That's got to be the worst. To
Bill Cosby. So Bill Cosby's going blind.
Is it?
Is it really?
But he can sit there in his blindness and sit there and remember fondly in all visual beauty all the rapes he committed.
I just how does a blind person...
Horrible.